Hello friends, welcome back to another round of my sports predictions. Now as usual, we'll cover the previous round and then we'll go for the next 5 games. Again, these are baseball games. So the first game of the previous round was the Yankees against the Blue Jays. I was thinking that the Yankees could win. There was some kind of confusion because about the date of this game. I think they won the series, but they probably didn't win on the date, but it was still a confusion. Anyways, I'll give it as a loss, just so there's no excuses whatsoever. So the next game was Tigers against Orioles, and I told you that Tigers could win the game. That's what they did. The third game was Twins against the Angels. Now this was the only game that really was kind of hard because the Angels were not the favorites, I believe, so they lost. Next up, we have the Cardinals against the Brewers, and the Cardinals won, and the final game was Rockies against the Reds, and the Reds won. So 3 out of 5, I believe that's decent. It's normal basically for me. In that sense, never below this. So this is the round that I have for you. We have Yankees against the Rays, and I believe the Yankees can win the game. Now let's take a look at the stats to see what I'm looking at. Okay, so the Yankees against the Jays, they have a much better performance, having won 3 games, whereas the Tampa Bay Rays only have 1 game in the last 5. So yeah, it looks very clear that the Yankees can win. The second game is the White Sox against the Astros, and I believe the Astros can win the game. And taking a look at the stats, it shows that the Astros are also the favorites in this game, and they have a slightly better performance than the White Sox. They have three victories against 2 only for Chicago. So yeah, I believe the Astros can indeed win the game. Yeah, it was the Astros. So the third game in this series is the Cardinals against the Mets. I believe the Mets can win the game. So let's take a look. Yeah, they are also the favorites, and they got 3 victories, whereas only 2 for St. Louis. So it's going to be very, very, I think it's going to be tight, but in the end, maybe the performance of the New York Mets will end up prevailing. So that was the Mets. The next game was the Blue Jays against the Guardians, and I believe the Guardians can win this game. So far, I think in my picks, not a single game the Blue Jays have won that I have given them as a victory. So in the last 5, well, they're pretty much equal. Yeah, 3 and 3 for each. So the Blue Jays are actually the favorites right here, and I'm going against the tide. I'm going for the upset with the Cleveland Guardians. So it's going to be crazy. Let's take a look at the next and final pick. So we have the Pirates against the Padres, and I believe the Padres can win. Let's take a look. Okay, so it shows also that the Padres are the favorites. They have a much better performance compared to Pittsburgh in the last 5 games, having won 3 games. So yeah, very, very clear to me as well that they can win this game. So basically, having said that, guys, I believe that's all of these games. So I will bring 5 more in the next weekend. And that probably will be the last round of MLB baseball games. Maybe I'll do some hockey games or basketball games, or maybe even more soccer, back to soccer, football, soccer. So yeah, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.